Chapter 11. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. The people of the town of Afnaria were completely unaware that the soul of the Dark Witch they had sentenced to death 6 years ago had suddenly awakened as a ghost. However, reports about a strange miasma activity within the dark forest that surrounded the graveyard set in outside the city had begun to reach the town's duke. As the sixth son of the king who rules the kingdom of Albrown, he was delegated into a duke in this town several years ago. However, as the town was filled with filth and poor people, it has been a pain in the ass to pull into a better situation altogether. But today, as he was assessing a mountain of papers, someone came with a unique report. "Lord Allen, there's something important to report." "What is it?" "I am swamped with work. I have not slept for over 4 days now and I haven't even finished this mountain of papers. Trading with the merchant guilds of the nearby towns is such a pain," sighed the man. His short black hair, sharp emerald eyes, and long nose gave away the characteristics of the royal family of Albrown immediately. "I am very sorry to interrupt you, my lord, but this is very important. It seems that large concentrations of miasma had been detected within the depths of the dark forest. A wizard from the Mage Guild said that this could possibly mean the birth of a new dungeon," said the old man. "A dungeon, right in front of our town?" asked Alan, almost falling out of his chair. Dungeons were born when a large amount of miasma was accumulated underground for hundreds of years. It was said to be trials made by the trickster god of chaos, Loki, for humanity's growth. "Indeed, my lord. But this could quite possibly be a good thing," says the man. "Ha! As if I were to not know that. Suppose we can grab that dungeon and find the dungeon core, and the dungeon master is slain. In that case, we can take over that dungeon and we can finally begin to become more self-sustainable in terms of magic stones and other resources that dungeons can give," shouts the Duke in excitement, fascinated by the monetary potential of owning a dungeon, something that many towns already practiced. "My lord, the Magician Guild's wizard, Asahun Danbera, is ready to go investigate. Will you give him the order?" asked the man. "Only that old man? No, that won't be enough. Prepare several tasks in the Adventurer Guild. We need to ask the adventurers to explore this dungeon and kill as many monsters inside as possible. If they can clean it up and find the last boss and the dungeon master, it will be ours." "Hurry!" shouts Alan. "Why? Yes, sir." The man obeys, rushing outside. Ha! Finally, after so many years of being shrouded by that witch's misfortune, something good has happened. Wait, didn't that dungeon spawn near the graveyard? Well, they will be able to deal with them if any undead emerges, shouldn't be anything above F. rank, thought the Duke, as he sighed with a happy smile, but then saw the mountain of papers and felt dispirited once more. Ugh! Back to work. The moment the Duke gave the order, the Adventurer Guild spread across the entire duchy began to open new quests with vast rewards. Some of such quests were about investigating the monsters inside the dungeon and bringing their corpses. And those that brought them first would receive an extra reward. There were other quests about investigating the dungeon structure and how far it could go. The recorded map of the first few floors would be bought for a generous amount of money. And there were even quests that involved scouting the area around the dungeon, which included the graveyard. They would then report if the dungeon's appearance had triggered new monsters emerging from the surface or the graveyard, which had the risk for an undead break. Adventurers of all shapes and sizes moved busily around the town, buying equipment, items, and anything to prepare for their journey. To say the least, it was a hectic morning. Maria POV, what was in front of partner and me was something I had never expected to see. Really, I had thought we would meet a handsome necromancer that would say, "Hey, I've finally raised my new wife, come, let's dominate the world together," or something, but instead, we got a dungeon. And, a guy that claims to be a fallen dragon. Wait, isn't that even more awesome than a necromancer? A fallen dragon. How can I trust your words? Maybe this is a trap, and you're going to exorcise us or something. Right, partner? I asked as partner crossed her arms and nodded. Well, I cannot prove it to you yet. But, by my power, this miasma, which is leaking from my body, you were able to raise as an undead. I can feel our connection, young lady. The voice tried to convince me. Why, young lady? Flattery won't get you anywhere. And actually, I am dead. I sighed. Dead or not, it doesn't matter. What I need now is a friend. So please, come down, seemingly begged the fallen dragon. Okay, but tell me your name, I said. My name. That's what? Did you forget it? I asked. No. It's just that I've never given my name to strangers before, says the fallen dragon. Then we are going elsewhere. Come on, partner, I said as we moved away. Wait, I will tell you. It's Lucifer, sighed the dragon, displaying his momentary defeat. What kind of edgy name is that? Lucifer. I asked. Yes. It was the name given to me by my creator. And who's that? I asked. Why, you're asking way too much now, come down, and I will tell you in person, said Lucifer. Okay, but don't eat my soul or something when we meet, alright? Promise it to me as a dragon. I said. I won't eat your little and insipid soul, you dork. And I promise it, Lucifer sighed once again. Insipid. Let me tell you that my soul is delicious. A lot of guys in the graveyard were literally dying to eat it. I laughed. Chapter 12. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Now, can you come? Lucifer asked. No, let's talk a bit more. First of all, why do you even want a friend? You're a mighty dragon. Why do you even care about that? Why do you even care about me getting down? I feel like you want to set me up for something. Wait, do you have some kind of mind change ability so you will take over my soul and escape your confinement? I shouted. What are you even talking about? You're really one in a million, sigh. It is a long story. I have been sleeping here for generations ever since I fell in the war against enemy forces from the heroes. Ever since then, this land has been draining my power while I slept, and when I just woke up, I found myself trapped inside a dungeon. This miasma that you feel is part of my own power, which is constantly leaking outside, Lucifer explained. Oh wow, that's a big info dump. I see, I use this miasma, which I cannot seem to be able to shut down, to lead it to the graveyard nearby. I tried to raise an undead army to help me get out of here and also to kill the damn humans living above me. I hate them with all my soul. You were a former human, so maybe that wouldn't have been a good thing to say in front of you. Sighed the fallen dragon. Oh no, it is completely fine. I am no longer human, and I believe I hate them a lot too. You see, they cut off my head. Huh, I said. Oh. Perhaps we are not so different then. If you can help me escape from here, I will. I promise to be your partner. Or your ally, or servant, whatever. And if you're a degenerate woman, even a husband. But please, aid me, the fallen dragon begged once again. You're really desperate. Alright, fine. Getting a handsome dragon husband has always been one of my fantasies. Ahem, anyways, let's go, partner. Rattle, thank you. I will be waiting for you down here. I believe there might be around 20 floors up to where I am. Good luck. And like that, the guy went to sleep or something, and we slowly began to walk downstairs into the mysterious and dark depths of this dungeon. The stairs slowly began to be illuminated by flames that automatically flared up at our presence. Rattle, yeah, it is pretty spooky, partner. But we are already spooky ourselves, so we should be fine. Gaia. Suddenly, something touched my back, something very cold. I moved away as we found ourselves on the first floor of the dungeon, and right away, a thing attacked me. It was brief, but my HP was drained. I glanced at the thing that emerged, and it resembled a cold mass of water. Cold water slime. LV4, rank. F+, state. Hungry, a cold water slime. It's the first time we've met one of these guys here. This is really like a fantasy world. The slime trope has been fulfilled, it seems. Although we still need to find a horned rabbit. But how was it able to drain my HP if I am not corporeal? Well, that was thanks to its absolute digestion ability, which lets it digest anything. Even souls, it seems. Through my analyze function of the unique skill system, I can actually see through the stats of monsters and their abilities, like a particular spider's appraisal. Alright, I guess our first adversary is a Remura knock. Bump. Suddenly, the slime charged energy through the core inside its body and bounced with the high jump ability it had, directing its body right at me. Flash. However, I was prepared. Dark Gale. I pointed at the slime while in midair, as two gales of slicing dark winds were released from my phantasmal hands, cutting through the slime's body and damaging the core. Slash. Slash. Gaia. The slime shrieked in pain as it fell to the ground. Its HP had reduced down to 50%, however, it seems that damage dealt to the slime's body is not applied. Only damage to the core can lower its HP. Now, partner. I cheered for partner as she moved at flashing speed towards the weakened slime. Meanwhile, I used Mana Siphon. Clash. Partner kicked the slime's core into the wall using her metallic legs and shattered it into pieces right away. Crack. Gay, the slime died. Ding. You've gained 60 EXP, 60 out of 600, oh. Only one slime gave me what 3 wisps would. I guess that's some EXP escalation. After all, the creature was F+ rank, way higher than the wisps at G. If I can kill 9 more slimes, I will be able to level up to level 6. After that was done, we glanced at the slime, who suddenly dropped something. What's this? I moved towards the thing it dropped, and I found a tiny, blue dot-colored ring inside the slime's mushed body. However, as I reached towards the item, it glowed, and then not only did the ring disappear from my sight, but also the body of the slime. What? Ding. You've collected the following items: Water Slime Core Ring, F. Grade. LV2, X1, Water Slime Cold Ooze, F. Grade, X1, Shattered Water Slime Core, F. Grade, X1. The items have been added to your inventory, system function, inventory. For real. Since when did I have one? I checked the unique skill system and found out that when I evolved, it acquired a new sub-ability, simply named inventory, which let me store whatever I wanted. Just like a game, I guess. I should check the unique skills whenever I evolve. They seem to be connected to my soul or something, so when I develop, they develop with me. I also checked the Supreme Magic and Mana Siphon unique skills and found out that my Mana Siphon range became 4 meters now, and Supreme Magic increased my magic damage by an extra 10%. Wow, that's actually quite nice. And now, it seems that in this world's dungeons, you can collect items. That's very game-like. Or maybe it is just my system and me. The system doesn't say anything about these items though, so maybe this is something endemic of this world. Let's see. Chapter 13. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wow. Okay, so things become even more game-like whenever you enter a dungeon. Monsters that you kill occasionally drop items, and also, their very carcasses can be picked up as separate items into my inventory. But, I have no idea if this is my power or if everyone can get items this way. I would guess that if there's an endemic system in this world, whatever it is, then this probably applies to everyone. So, the items I got were Water Slime Core Ring, F. Grade. LV2, X1, Water Slime Cold Ooze, F. Grade, X1, Shattered Water Slime Core, F. Grade, X1. The first item seems to be an equipment item, while the latter two are materials that seem to be used for crafting or alchemy. Maybe you use them to make potions, items, and the like. The interesting part doesn't end here, though. The ring has a level. It seems like items have levels, and they level up somehow. Maybe through upgrading. They have levels and grades, so perhaps they correlate with one another, although only equipment seems to have levels. Also, the slime core or its slimy ooze doesn't seem to have a level. I tried to check the beautiful silver-colored ring with a tiny blue jewel on it, and I got this. Water Slime Core Ring, F. Grade. LV2, plus 20 MP plus 8 magic plus 20 water attribute damage. This seems to be the perfect item for a water attribute mage. It even comes even with stats. Now, I do wonder, can I equip it as a ghost? A being without a corporeal body. Partner doesn't use magic, so this would be pretty useless for her. Let's see. I check my status and the system until I find that there is a tab with equipment slots on it. There's slots for the head, chest, pants, feet, shoulders, hands, and even weapons. There are also slots for equipment, 2 for rings, 2 for necklaces, and 2 for bracelets. But I am sure that anyone would have more than one finger, so I don't know what's up with this restriction. I quickly equipped the ring as I extended my delicate-looking phantasmal index finger from my right hand. The ring fits right in, and it was perfect. I even got the boost. However, I found out that the ring produced some sort of essence by itself. It wasn't much, but I began to ponder if someone equipped so many items filled with this heavy essence, wouldn't their bodies crumble under such pressure? Perhaps item restrictions were based on this. Especially if the items are way too high grade, making a person sickly if they're too weak to wear them. Name: Maria Fuentes Bells, Race: Dark Ghost, Level 5 to 12, Rank F+, Status Strengthened, Cursed, HP, 3737, MP, 185/185, plus 20 Attack. 24, Defense. 22, Magic. 185, plus 8, Agility. 36, would you look at that? The item stats appear in the status as a plus sign of sorts. Interesting. I feel like I have more MP now, so I now have over 200 MP. Now that we are done with this, I decided to continue through the dungeon with partner. However, something came to my mind. Why did I get so little EXP from the slime? It was mildly strong. I remember Wisp's legions dropping fat 200 EXP at me. Maybe there's a bonus to EXP if the monster is catalogued as some sort of boss creature. Are there titles that make monsters seem to have higher qualities or authority other than just based on their ranks? I do wonder. My theory is that these legions had lots of EXP because they were made up of many monsters stuck together, so all their EXP was given to me, or at least a part. Meanwhile, although the slime was mildly strong at F. rank, it was still one creature. Maybe if I find a slime legion, I could get more EXP out of it. I had considered raising the puddle of slime and the shattered core as an undead, but I discovered that I had a limit of 2 undead for now. It seems that my limit of how many I can control increases as I evolve. Before, I could only control or maybe make it loyal. Maybe if I cannot make them my servants, such as my beloved partner, they will rebel against me or even try to kill me. However, I wonder if fake life could be an excellent method to create undead monsters to kill for EXP. But it seems less efficient due to the massive MP cost. And now that we are in a dungeon, we might as well hunt in the dungeon. For now, I felt like an undead slime would be lame, so I better find a stronger thing to make an undead out of. Don't get me wrong, slime lovers, I do like the good OL slime girls, but I don't think an undead slime would work for now. I want something stronger than an F. rank. The dungeon layout was like an underground labyrinth. It had several passages and corridors, black bricks covered the ceilings, walls, and floor, and several torches were illuminating the walls, creating an eerie atmosphere. Very spooky. Thankfully, despite looking like a labyrinth, the layout was pretty straightforward and not too hard to guide ourselves through. Sometimes we came across dead ends, but never anything too hard. I think my mind has photographic memory because I can remember the map pretty well as we wander around it. Maybe supreme magic not only upgraded my way of conjuring magic but also, as a result, made my mind very good at storing information. That doesn't mean I am a genius, I believe I am quite an idiot. I mean, I died by being crushed by books. Just by remembering that, it makes me sad. Mommy, big sis, I miss you. Sorry for calling you a gorilla, sister. I never thought I would miss your tomboyish attitude. Partner, you're my only family now. Never leave me. I hug partner as she looks at me with a confused look on her skeleton face, rattling her skull. Crackle, however, our cute moment together is interrupted by a creature that suddenly reached towards us, just as we were about to reach the stairs leading to the next floor. Roar. Chapter 14. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Roar. A furious roar wakes me up from my daze as a beast greets us from below. It felt like epic music began to play because the beast was absolutely terrifying. The creature itself is the size of a lion, and it resembles one as well. But its fur is completely black, it has bat-like wings, and its tail has the head of a snake. Dark Manticore. LV6, rank E, state. Angered, defending its territory, hungry, a manticore. At this time and age. In this little dungeon's first floor, to boot. And it's isn't that a whole rank above us? Oof. The manticore begins to release an aura of darkness around its entire body, as I can see its muscles suddenly bulge and strengthen. The power of its dark aura suddenly coats its claws, and its sharp crimson-red eyes glare at us. The beast bares its fangs and leaps towards us at an immense speed. Flash! Partner and I quickly evaded as the enormous claws hit the ground, causing the entire floor to tremble. Clash! Roar! The beast roars once more as it glares directly at me. However, I wasn't just standing still as I admired your beautiful and soft black fur, buddy. I gathered the mana I had siphoned from the beast while I also drained its vitality through life drain, recovering some of the HP I lost from the slime's attacks. I even fire a series of dark spheres towards its face, 4 shots, to be exact. Boom! 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 Grarg! Each dark sphere was like a cannonball as it hit the hard skin of the creature. Despite its darkness resistance. LV2, my magic deals extra damage thanks to supreme magic, easily negating the damage it reduces from its resistance. The dark spheres easily make a dent in the creature's HP, as I see it drop to almost 60%. The monster roars in not only surprise but pain as it vomits a mouthful of blood and quickly prepares some magic of its own. The bastard greets me with his own dark sphere, which hits me directly on my face. Clash! Ung! It seems that the magic stat reduces inflicted magic damage, and because I have tons, it didn't kill me, but still, seeing my face explode into phantasmal essence was not painful but quite traumatic. He still took a nice chunk out of my HP, bringing me to almost half. However. Now, partner. Rattle, partner quickly ambushes the manticore from behind, as she uses her powerful metallic bones and the bone claws skill, which she infused with more mana than usual. The attack is strong enough to generate a claw-shaped phantom from her bony hands. Clayinash. Ungragrag. The manticore takes the entire hit on its face as a horrid wound emerges, blood spurting from it intensively. Partner even managed to destroy its left eye. Way to go. I move around the battlefield as I try to evade the next hit. A sudden black sphere is fired against partner. And without even looking, the beast conjured a piece of magic at the end of its tail where a snake head sat. Dark Gale. I use Dark Gale, as partner tanks the dark sphere, slicing off the tail with ease. Grisisha. The snake gives a last groan of agony as it dies. The manticore stumbles before roaring in pain once more before its body suddenly explodes with dark energy. Flayash. Tnoeldaren suddenly, it leaped right towards me. Fuck, I quickly fire a Dark Gale, desperately directly at its face, but the manticore takes the hit so it can grasp me with its Shadow Claw skill. Slayash. Clash. However, before the slashing attack could reach me and rip my phantasmal body into shreds due to it being infused with magic, which can damage ghosts, partner emerges from behind and gives the manticore a specular uppercut to its chin, slamming it into the ceiling. Wow! Is partner that strong? Clash. Gruer. The manticore vomits another mouthful of blood as its jaw hangs, almost dislocated. The massive beast falls to the ground before trying to stumble up to its feet. Fuck, it's still alive. It had around 30% of its HP. Well, not for much longer. Partner, let's gang on it. I use Life Drain and Mana Siphon on the manticore before continuously conjuring dark spheres towards the weakened and slow body of the manticore while partner kicks it and slashes it. Boom. Clash. Slash. Crash. Roar. The monstrous beast roars one last time as its jaws open wide and point themselves at me. Flayash. A sudden blast of darkness hits me directly. But partner managed to get in the way, diminishing some of the damage. Nonetheless, our HP went down by a lot. Ung. The beast was dead already, but his little parting gift almost killed us. Ding. You've gained 600 EXP, you've leveled up to level 6. The levels of Magic Damage Resistance, LV2, Life Drain, LV2, and Dark Gale, LV1, have increased. You learned the Darkness Resistance, LV1, and Fear Resistance, LV1, skills. Partner has leveled up to level 6. Our HP quickly fills back up as we see what seems to be items emerging from the manticore. Oh, is this some nice loot after this boss-like battle? I quickly fly over and touch the corpse and items. The corpse automatically dismantles itself into materials that are added to my inventory. Ding! You've collected the following items: Dark Manticore's Crimson Eye Necklace, E.grade. LV3, X1, Dark Manticore Venomous Snake Tail Spear, E.grade. Level 2, X1, Dark Manticore's Black Hide, E.grade, X10, Dark Manticore's Sharp Fangs, E.grade, X20, Dark Manticore's Flesh and Blood, E.grade, X30, Dark Manticore's Snake Tail Venom, E.grade, X5 Ooh. A bunch of items that I will prob not even use. But there are 2 new pieces of equipment, and a spear. I don't know if I can use it properly, but doesn't this fit partner perfectly? Partner. Here's your gift. You earned it, buddy. Crackle! I quickly gave partner her spear, and she looked at it with her eye sockets, the red light within them flashing with happiness. Chapter 15. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I looked at the equipment I just received. Dark Manticore's Crimson Eye Necklace, E.grade. LV3, plus 40 MP plus 20 magic plus 20 agility plus 60 dark attribute damage, dark manticore venomous snake tail spear, grade. Level 2, plus 100 attack plus 20 MP plus 10 agility plus venomous fang effect plus 50 venom/poison attribute damage. Wow. This is amazing. This spear really does look nice on partner, and it also has 100 attack by itself while giving her 20 MP and even 10 agility. Additionally, the spear tip has the venomous fang effect, which can leave deadly venom inside the foe's wounds. It even comes with a plus 50 damage for the venom itself to boot. Meanwhile, my new accessory gives me more of everything, and it even comes with extra damage of dark attribute, my main attribute. I guess the loot was worth the hard time. Partner seemed happy with her new weapon despite never having used one. She was already practicing it eagerly, pointing at the air with the spear and releasing several consecutive attacks with it. Wow, way to go. And meanwhile, I equipped my new necklace and glanced over my status. Name: Maria Fuentes Bells, race: Dark Ghost, level 6 to 12, EXP, 60 to 700, rank F+, status: Strengthened, Cursed, HP, 51/51, MP, 235/235, plus 60, attack. 42, defense. 37, magic. 235, plus 28, agility. 50, plus 20, not bad. My defense is clearly way better than before, and so is my HP, but I still cannot compare to partner, who's built like a tank. Nonetheless, my MP and magic stats are rising quickly. I can see that I am even more of a glass cannon. But thankfully, my agility reaches 70 with the equipment I got too, so I am now way faster than before. Additionally, I got a wider MP pool, more magic for more damage, and then there's the extra dark attribute damage for my dark sphere and dark gale skills, which are dark attribute skills. With that alone, my power might have doubled if not increased a bit more. After that, what was left were the materials. The entire manticore ended being dismantled into pieces and made into stocks of items almost magically. I don't know how that's even possible, but I assumed it was due to the game-like world I was in. Or maybe the system did it for me. I am also sure that I cannot use it on living beings. I had tried it in the middle of the battle, but dismantling something alive is impossible. It would be too broken. It seems to only work on corpses, but that might include things such as the undead. But with this ability, gathering items for selling or using as crafting or alchemy materials could be cheap and easy. Although, I don't even know if there are blacksmiths, alchemists or anything in this world. Guessing by normal Isekai swords and magic world standards there should be all of that if not some more. Suddenly, I realized partner had learned a new skill. In just these few minutes where I was taking a little break, she acquired the spear thrust skill. Was it because she had been thrusting her spear continuously without even taking a break for almost 10 minutes? I think she was throwing a thrust every second. Perhaps there were some hidden conditions that she managed to reach due to her tireless undead body being able to do it without any problems like exhaustion or muscle tension or whatever the living weaklings suffer. Well, partner is just awesome. Good work. I shouted, petting partner. Crackle, now that we took a break, let's continue downstairs, I said, leading partner down below, as she walked at my side. The stairs led below the second floor. I remember Lucifer saying there were a lot of floors, around 20, I think. But we'll try to rush them through, so this doesn't take too long. I don't want to spend the entire day inside a dungeon if possible. However, on the first floor, we only encountered 2 monsters, and it wasn't as infested as the dungeons I made out in my mind. One of its reasons might be because it just emerged. Lucifer said that he fell here and that somehow, the ground absorbed his miasma, and this dungeon appeared, surrounding his body. This is probably why he's trapped inside. Maybe his body is way too big to get outside of the crumpled room he resides in. I don't know how I will get him out of there though, but we'll see how it goes. Right away, as we descended into the second floor, we were greeted by two slimy friends. One was black, and one was green. The black dot-colored slime was stuck in the wall, so much that someone without good vision would think it was a nasty stain. And the green slime was crawling over the ceiling and falling right on top of me. Yua! I quickly evaded something I wouldn't have been able to easily avoid before due to the speed in which the slime fell over me. I also noticed my own increased speed, which made me a bit happy. Splat! The green slime splattered on the ground. The hit seemed to have hurt it a bit, and it was oddly slow, perhaps it was hungry. Green toxic slime. LV2, rank. F, state. Starving, weakened, I see, so you're starving, good to know, by. I quickly fired 3 dark gales towards its large and spherical core, which it exposed to the world when its slime body splattered over the floor. Slash. Crack. The core shattered into pieces instantly, and the slime was dead just like that. Thanks for the meal. Ding. You've gained 60 EXP, 120/700, this guy didn't drop any equipment, sadly. Boo. The black slime noticed us at long last, it seems that it was actually sleeping, and the green slime was about to stealthy attack it and try to eat it or something. Black slime. LV7, rank. F+, state. Angered. Bring it on. Partner leaped into action before me as she wanted to try out her spear thrust. Clash. Chapter 16. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The slime was angry. However, partner didn't care, as she charged right towards it and immediately tried out her new spear weapon and her newly acquired spear thrust skill. Crackle, she moved her skeletal arms fast, and the piercing attacks reached the black slime. Clash. 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 3 consecutive attacks, and as each one cost only 5 MP, she could continue to spam them as much as she wanted. The black slime tanked 2 hits using its black ooze, but its core was hit by the 3rd hit, cracking a bit. Now's my turn. Dark Gale. I rushed above partner and released a powerful slicing gale of dark winds, directly hitting the black slime's core. Crack. Crash. Yay, the black slime screamed an agonizing cry before dying miserably. And this time around, it didn't drop anything either. Ding. You've gained 80 EXP, 200/700, I quickly decided to dismantle the 2 slime carcasses. You've acquired the following items: green toxic slime ooze, F. Grade, X1, green toxic slime shattered core, F. Grade, X1, black slime ooze, F. Grade, X1, black slime shattered core, F. Grade, X1. Now that we were done with this, we moved across the corridors pretty quickly, allowing us to find the stairs in just a few minutes, but no final boss was waiting for us this time. We found a little surprise on the 3rd floor, which was an exact copy of the previous floor. Partner, what is that? I asked while pointing at the thing in front of us. It looked like a little lizard with shiny golden eyes, and it was the size of a cat. Rattle, I tried firing a dark sphere at it while behind partner, but the lizard jumped into the air and evaded my attack. He's fast. Nimble Basilisk. LV5, rank. E, state. Scared, a basilisk. I checked the skills it had too. One of them was named Demon Eyes of Petrification, and it even had Rock Projectile as its long-ranged attack. Gree. The basilisk roared angrily as its eyes flashed with light while falling from above, and at the same time, a ray of light hit both of us. But nothing happened. That status effect immunity for you. Thump. Gray. The basilisk was shocked that we were completely unaffected by his little trick as it fell on the ground. I fired a barrage of dark spheres at it while draining its MP and HP. Partner cornered it from the other side as it ran away from me with its incredible agility. We sandwiched it until it heaved its last breath. It took a while because it was very nimble and flexible, but partner filled it with holes using her spear, and I blasted it into pieces with my attacks. You've gained 220 EXP, for 20/700, whoa, that was more EXP than expected. You've acquired the following items: Basilisk's Petrification Eyes, E.grade, X2, Basilisk's Nimble Muscles and Tendons, E.grade, X10, Basilisk's Petrification, Resistant Scaled Skin, E.grade, X5, Basilisk's Blood, E.grade, X10. The guy didn't drop anything either, but we had our hopes up for something bigger that could give us more equipment. This seems to be the only monster on this floor. We walked onto the next floor right away, this being floor 4. In the first area, there was nothing, but we felt as if something was lurking around. I used the shadow sneak skill and merged with the shadows, alongside stealth, while I left partner to act as the bait. After waiting a bit, suddenly, something emerged from thin air, its scales turning bright, and it resembled a familiar lizard, but this one had crazy psychedelic eyes and bright scales. It even had the ability to turn itself invisible. Illusion Lizard. LV7, rank E+, state. Hungry, Jarwasya. The dog-sized lizard leaped over partner as she greeted it with her spear, hitting it consecutively on its chest. Meanwhile, I appeared from behind and sucked its MP and HP at a fast pace, while firing 3 dark gales towards it. Slash. Slash. Clash. Greyerg, partner's attack and my ambush worked wonderfully, killing the creature within seconds. Ding. You've gained 250 EXP, 670/700, and it dropped an item. You've acquired the following items: Illusion Lizard Scales Witch Hat, E.grade. LV4, X1, Illusion Potion, E.grade, X1, Illusion Lizard Colorful Scales, E.grade, X20, Illusion Lizard Flesh and Blood, E.grade, X10, Illusion Lizard Psychedelic Eyes, E.grade, X2. It came with a witch hat ideal for me and an illusion potion. Illusion Lizard Scales Witch Hat, E.grade. LV4, plus 60 MP plus 30 Magic plus 10 Agility plus 50 Charm, Illusion Potion, E.grade, a potion that can cause hallucinations to whoever drinks it. It can be thrown and create an elusive cloud of hallucinogens that last for a few minutes in any target that inhales it. Ooh, I see, so it can be thrown and splash an enemy, how handy. And confuse people, alright. And the hat looks nice. Though, wouldn't I stand out too much as a ghost wearing a hat? Well, it seems that I can cover the equipment on my phantasmal body, so it can be masked. It also grants, plus 50 charm. There's no charm stat, but I guess it is one of those hidden stats like elemental damage. I quickly wore the hat, which was shiny and gleaming with purple and pink colors. How do I look, partner? I asked. Rattle, partner, seemed to like it. Afterward, I tried putting it on her, and she looked funny. I am loving your style. I chuckled. Crackle. After taking back the witch hat, we continued our journey down below, reaching floor 5 within only a few more minutes. What greeted us was a single treasure chest sitting right in the middle of the room. Suspicious. Partner looked at it in silence. I pointed my phantasmal hand at it and fired a dark sphere. Clash. Graph. I knew it. The treasure chest suddenly opened as large jaws emerged, alongside a long tongue like tentacle. It was obviously a mimic. Treasure chest mimic. LV6, rank E+, state. Shocked, author's note. Can you guys rate the novel with reviews? If we get 10 reviews, I'll make a mass release. Also, make sure to vote with your power stones if you're enjoying the story so far. Thanks. Chapter 17. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Treasure Chest Mimic. LV6, Rank. E+, State. Shocked, I knew it. That suspicious chest was actually a mimic, it was so obvious, like, a shiny treasure chest sitting right in front of us in the middle of nowhere. How's that not weird? Especially because we had not found any treasure chest yet, so it was even rarer. I mean, some NA.VE guy might have thought he was finally getting lucky, go near the treasure, open it, and get eaten instantly. But not us, of course, heh. The creature was terribly shocked, but I showed no mercy as I siphoned its mana and life force while firing dark spheres from nearby. The chest-like shell easily cracked against my darkness, and it splattered all over the ground. The creature's true body was like that of a mass of tentacles with a large jaw attached to it. Partner went ahead and impaled it several times with her spear, filling it with venom with each thrust. The creature tried to grab her legs, but I sliced apart its tentacles until it gave up and died. I can't help but admit it looked disgusting. Ding! You've gained 400 EXP, your level has increased to level 7. The levels of Shadow Sneak, LV1, Stealth, LV2, and Dark Gale. LV2, skills have increased. Oh boy, that was a lot of EXP. I guess it really was a treasure. Name: Maria Fuentes Bells, Race. Dark Ghost, Level 7/12, EXP, 70 to 800, Rank F+, Status. Strengthened, Cursed, HP, 70/70, MP, 290/290, plus 120, Attack. 56, Defense. 52, Magic. 295, plus 58, Agility. 70, plus 30, Characteristic Skills. Unique Skill. Supreme Magic, Unique Skill. Mana Siphon, Unique Skill. System, Unique Skill. Goddess, Sealed, Undead. LV, Dark Element. LV, Death Element. LV, Fiend Language. LV2, Shadow Sneak. LV2, Resistance Skills. Status Effect Immunity. LV, Magic Damage Resistance. LV3, Darkness Resistance. LV1, Fear Resistance. LV1, Normal Skills. Ghost Touch. LV3, Lesser Curse. LV3, Life Drain. LV3, Possession. LV2, Dark Sphere. LV4, Fake Life. LV3, Stealth. LV3, Dark Gale. LV3, Tidal Skills. The Dark Witch. LV, Bringer of Misfortune. LV2, looking at my stats, I noticed they had increased quite a lot once more. Each level feels, I don't know how to say it. Delicious, in a way. It just gives me a nice full feeling. As if with each level, my soul grows stronger. Partner also grew stronger, and she managed to reach level 7 just like me, but her level cap is 10 instead of 12, so she'll most likely evolve before me. Hey, that's kind of not fair. Maybe my evolution is even rarer than hers. Well, anyway, this thing dropped some loot, just as if it were a treasure chest. I picked everything up. You've acquired the following items: Dark Steel Helmet, E. Grade. LV6, X1, Dark Steel Chest Armor, E. Grade. LV4, X1, Treasure Chest Mimics Shattered Shell, E. Grade. X6, Treasure Chest Mimics Slippery Tongue, E. Grade. X1, Treasure Chest Mimic Disgusting Flesh and Blood, E. Grade. X10, Boo. Looky, partner. These are ideal for you. Rattle, partner admired the armor pieces, her glowing red lights shining from within her empty sockets. The armor looked nice, but I already had my witch hat, and even though I wanted the chest armor, it would get in the way of my sneaky way of fighting, so I gave it all to partner to reinforce her defensive prowess. She quickly equipped everything and looked pretty nice. The dark metallic helmet and the chest armor made her look more fearful, like a true skeleton soldier you would find in a dungeon. "You're looking so cool." Rattled partner seemed happy with her new equipment, and her defensive power strengthened. After this little fight, we sneaked onto floor 6, only to find nothing. There was nothing on floor 6, so we slowly crawled to floor 7. But this kept up for a while as there was nothing on floor 7, nor 8, nor 9, nor 10. What is going on? Where were all the monsters? Maybe something is going on in the dungeon. I guess because it is new, monsters are just beginning to emerge. However, that ended relatively quickly, as, at floor 11, we finally found a critter to kill and get some EXP. In fact, a lot. There were dozens after dozens of kitten-sized bugs. They looked like beetles and were either blue-colored, red-colored, or yellow-colored. Blue Beetle Soldier. LV4, rank F, state. Eating, Red Beetle Warrior. LV6, rank F+, state. Eating, Yellow Beetle Scout. LV3, rank F+, state. Eating, they were crawling through the floor, the ceiling, and everywhere. Are there 100? And we also saw several carcasses of monsters which they were devouring in front of us. It seems that they had been hunting the monsters on the previous floors. Phew. By using Shadow Sneak and Stealth, I was able to sneak through them quickly, and they also had terrible detection abilities, which made my job even easier. I began absorbing their mana and life while sneaking around, which began to weaken them en masse. Partner rushed right away from the staircase at my signal as she began to slaughter dozens of weakened and sickly beetles with her foot, claws, and spear. It was a bug massacre. Clash. Splat. Crush. Boom. I began to fire some dark spheres and dark gales, allowing for a miserable death that the bugs didn't expect. I guess they would be overwhelming in numbers against single monsters that were not as amazing as us, but we are a dream team, so we massacred them. And there were so many that I was able to absorb their mana and life constantly, so it was an easy job. Even if some of the red ones fired fireballs at me, I easily evaded, or partner took the hits for me while I sliced them into nothing with Dark Gale. Each individual EXP was very low, but when we killed dozens after dozens, well, that became a lot of EXP. At the end of the whole ordeal, we had leveled up more than once, but partner was covered in bug carcasses and bug juice. Ding! Calculating EXP, you've gained 2650 EXP, your level has increased to level 8. Your level has increased to level 9. Your level has increased to level 10, level up frenzy. Chapter 18. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding! Calculating EXP, you've gained 2650 EXP, your level has increased to level 8. Your level has increased to level 9. Your level has increased to level 10. As we massacred the buggers, we received tons of EXP and levels. Through the quick massacre, my skills also leveled up a bit, mainly the ones I spam the most. Holy shit, this is what I call fast-paced progression. Level 10 already. And some of my skills already leveled up pretty high now. My MP and magic stats also reached over 500 too. Half of 1k, I am built up to kill more than ever. After this fruitful grind, I began to pick up everything hastily and then assess things by looking at the slots inside my inventory. Ding! You acquired the following items: Black Beetle Bracelet, F. Grade. LV4, X2, Dark Copper Greave Armor, F. Grade. LV6, X2, Red Beetle Shoulder Armor, F. Grade. LV3, X3, Yellow Beetle Leg Armor, F. Grade. LV5, X3, Bug Juice, F. Grade, X74, varied bug carapaces, F. Grade, X134. A lot of equipment dropped. And a lot of disgusting carcasses. Way. I let partner equip anything that could fit her, so she chose the leg, greaves, and shoulder pieces. I could equip armor, but as I was phantasmal, as stated previously, it would get in the way of my sneaking around. I can hide it with my phantom body, but the material armor is still there. I need some kind of phantom armor that can turn into phantom with me or something, but this junk won't do for me. But partner is physical, so she chose it all. At the very least, little things like bracelets can work with me, so I equipped the 2 bracelets. Black Beetle Bracelet, F. Grade. LV4, plus 25 MP plus 12 magic plus 10 dark attribute damage. 2 of these gave a nice boost to my offensive stats, so it made me rather happy with the grind. We really needed something like that, didn't we? I asked partner. Rattle partner had reached level 10 and was ready to evolve with my command. You're already evolving ahead of me. It makes me a bit frustrated, you know. I sighed. Crackle, she petted my phantasmal head. Oi. Who taught you how to do that? Crackle, I think it hasn't been much since I raised her, but she has been warming up to me more and more. She's learning from what I do, and now she's even learned how to pet me. Well, what are you waiting for? Evolve. I shout with excitement. Crackle, as her master, it seems that she needs my approval to evolve. Partner nodded as she began to glow with phantasmal essence. The phantasmal essence wrapped up her body as she began to change. Unlike what I had initially thought she would evolve into, which would probably have been a bigger skeleton with sharp bones and stuff, the changes that came to her were stranger than I could ever imagine. Tendrils started to emerge out of thin air, enveloping her bones. Muscle tendrils entangled against each other in her bones, as blood vessels surged from them, and more flesh started to grow with quite the terrifying scene. Her skull was also filled with twisting flesh as eyes appeared with crimson-red pupils that looked at me. Yua, this is actually a bit creepy. But wait, she's getting flesh. Skin slowly began to form around her flesh, even short hair grew on her head, and a bit of hair over her eyes, creating a pair of cute eyebrows. She took out her helmet as the hair gracefully fluttered to her shoulders. It was fluffy and black. Her face looked just like when this body was alive. But a bit younger. And her skin was as brown as dirt, and dry, very dry. Her ears had become pointy too. She slowly took off all her armor as she revealed her entire evolution to me. Some clothes suddenly came out of nowhere. A very simple red and black dress that looked a bit tattered. But at least it covered her new body. Her hair seemed fluffy, but it was also very dry and messy, so it covered her crimson eyes. What the heck? Partner, you got flesh. Flesh. Partner quickly imitated my words. She could now speak as she had a throat and vocal cords. Partner has evolved into Lesser Ghoul Warrior. Ghoul. Flesh. Flesh. Fleesh. Partner moved clumsily towards me before hugging me tightly. Phew off, yeah, we need to practice how to speak, dearie, I sighed. Doey, she's like a baby. Despite her dry, almost mummy-like skin, she's kind of cute. Name. Partner, race. Lesser Ghoul Warrior, level. 10 to 20, rank. E+, status. Strengthened, HP, 290/290, MP, 65/65, attack. 210, defense. 150, magic. 55, agility. 120, characteristic skills. Undead. LV, dark element. LV, fiend language. LV3, black steel bones. LV4, morphed body. LV1, self, regeneration. LV1, flesh consumption. LV1, resistance skills. Status effect immunity. LV, physical damage resistance. LV3, magical damage resistance. LV2, normal skills. Life drain. LV4, bone claw. LV5, intimidation. LV3, spear thrust. LV3, dark bullet. LV1, steady fighter. LV1, title skills. Servant of the Dark Witch. LV, damn, you're strong, girl. Oh, you can use dark bullet. Is that a lesser version of dark sphere? I pondered to myself out loud. Buette. Chapter 19. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As I glanced at partner's new appearance and status, I found out she was way stronger than an average E.rank monster. The only one I recall having such high stats was the Manticore. Well, she's E+, so that probably means she's above the average E.rank monster. I wonder if humans have ranks too. I wish I could take a look at them. But for now, we should concentrate on the task of rescuing a fallen dragon. Who would have thought that such a task would be the first one I would have? Although I couldn't help but admire the cuteness of partner, we couldn't just sit here petting each other's heads. Partner equipped her armor and held her spear once more as we decided to descend through the stairs once more. The first thing we found was nothing. Another empty floor. Floor 12 to 15 was a breeze, as nothing happened, there wasn't even a little bug. Well, I suppose floor 11 was filled with bugs that were hunting anything above and below. Lucifer, edgy name, I know, should be on floor 20 if I recall correctly. 5 more floors and we can finally meet him. On floor 16, however, we met with an unprecedented challenge, a slime nest. The stairs that led downstairs were already pretty slimy, filled with ooze, although not alive. But when we got here, well, it was a slime fest. Slimes of all colors and sizes greeted us, stuck to the ceilings, the floor, the walls, and pretty much everywhere my eyes could see. It was a feast made of EXP. Of course, slimes are still dangerous monsters, their digestion can even devour souls, so they can damage me directly. But it's not like I am going to let them touch me anyway. Partner started by roaring as she pointed her spear and impaled 3 slimes right away. Her precise attacks were surprisingly strong, and the slime cores were shattered in an instant. Crash. 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 As she advanced through the wave of slimes jumping towards us, some of them began to launch their bodies as projectiles, and the corrosive slime slowly began to burn through her clothes and armor, and even her flesh, but she seemed unaffected. She was expressionless, but this was probably due to her benign undead, who can't feel pain. I didn't just float there doing nothing, I hid behind her like the excellent ghost queen that I am and began to fire dark spheres and dark gales in quick succession, continuously, while also absorbing mana and life from the slimes, which were all mixed up around us. The result? A bombastic EXP fest. Boom. 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 The slimes began to explode before my almighty dark spheres. There was a lot, but they were the same slimes we met on the first floors. My magic had progressed by quite a lot, so it was customary for them to die as their cores shattered into pieces by the explosive power of my dark spheres or the slicing potency of my dark gale, all according to Kikaku. Despite my reckless approach, I had carefully planned everything. Or did I? LOL, the slimes were also showering me with attacks. Some of them even conjured fireballs, water bullets, and even little rocks they threw at a pretty fast speed. These were elemental slimes and seemed like the evolutions of the colorful slimes. However, against the might of my dark attribute magic and the power of my equipment boosting my stats and the power of dark attribute damage enhancement, these slimes stood no chance. Though, my HP was constantly lowering even with partner taking some hits for me. Both of us would have been killed if it wasn't for our life drain skills. Oh yeah, partner also had it, so she abused it as much as she could. The amount of EXP kept piling up, and as we began to level up, we rushed across the entire floor, and we reached the end, we were completely covered in slime. It had been almost an hour, and it was finally over. These insane rampages where we got a lot of EXP, but we constantly lost HP only to recover it just barely, are really addictive. Or maybe I am just addicted to the EXP gains. Ha! Whatever the case, the EXP was good. We'll be pretty strong before Lucifer even meets us. We'll have to thank him for granting us such a nice bundle of EXP for us. Ding! Calculating EXP, you've gained 3,760 EXP, EXP, 3780/1200, your level has increased to level 11. EXP, 2580/1400, your level has increased to level 12. You can now evolve. Level 12. I can finally evolve. Nice. How convenient that we found 2 giant armies of living EXP bags. Maybe I should go to the human city next and slaughter them all to get even more EXP. Massive groups of beings give the best rewards. Wait, I just got pretty genocidal all out of a sudden. Why? Was I this devilish before? Maybe being a ghost fucked up my psyche. Anyways, time to evolve, no need to think about that stuff that no one cares about. We are all here for the level UPS, Undead, and evolution after all, right, partner? Partner was slowly regenerating her wounds as she started to slurp the slimes. Time to evolve. Let's see. Evolution options, Shadow Ghost, Wailing Ghost, Abyssal Ghost, 3 options. Shadow Ghost, Wailing Ghost, and Abyssal Ghost. Let's see. Chapter 20. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I decided to check my evolution options. Shadow Ghost, a dark ghost that has embraced the shadows of the night, can evolve into a Shadow Ghost, a being that can embrace the shadows and become shadows themselves, mixing with them and gaining power in the night. But they become weak at day due to the intense light damaging its shadows. It possesses potent offense at night and great stealth. Wailing Ghost, a Wailing Ghost is a ghost that attacks by screaming. Its screams can damage foes and even inflict negative status effects such as confusion, madness, paralysis, and more. Wailing Ghost emerges in scenes where people were murdered horribly. The soul of that person, who died screaming in agony, becomes a Wailing Ghost who constantly haunts the area by screaming loudly. Abyssal Ghost, a mysterious ghost that doesn't have many sightings. Its origins are mysterious, but it is said that it's a special type of ghost that inhabits the underworld realm of Helheim, born from the abyssal and primordial darkness of the abyss. They possess powerful curse, life-draining, and shadow and dark manipulating capabilities. Their abyss can also confuse targets who look upon their figures for too long, and they are dangerous beings that masterful priests can only defeat. All 3 options are very interesting. Shadow Ghost, Wailing Ghost, and Abyssal Ghost. What should I pick? Shadow Ghost seems to be able to fuse with shadows and bring a boost while at night, but you're weak at day. Wailing Ghost is, screaming. Probably wide long-ranged sound-based attacks that can inflict all sorts of negative status effects. Not bad, but wouldn't it be too loud? Enemies would definitely find me like that, and I prefer to be as sneaky as possible. And lastly, there was the legendary Abyssal Ghost. It came with a little bit of everything. The description also praised it as a strong ghost. So I guess I will pick the obvious choice here. Ding! You've chosen Abyssal Ghost. Flash. Darkness suddenly encompassed my entire being as the pure abyss consumed me. Within this abyssal darkness, I was able to see through somewhere else. For a split of a second, I found myself in a completely different place, an enormous, boundless cave-like structure that extended endlessly across my vision. Enormous creatures of all shapes and sizes inhabited the hellish place. Zombies, skeletons, ghosts, and many other undead creatures roamed the site. The ground was gray, and enormous pits flowed with blue flames. Where am I? Wait, is this the underworld? A fitting one. You're not from here, aren't you? I heard a woman's voice, and as I glanced in the direction of it, what greeted me was a woman, an old woman sitting on a throne of bones. You. Who are you, Grandma? Bold enough to talk so casually with the goddess of death. I like you. Your skills are interesting. Your potential is endless. Good. You will become a fitting successor, goddess of death. Now go back. You're not ready yet. Flash. After the darkness dissipated, I had evolved, and I was back inside the dungeon. My entire body gained more mass than before, and my phantasmal body felt more solid, yet even more phantasmal than ever. I felt like I could easily stretch myself to unprecedented lengths. And the darkness within my soul had become greater, abyssal, even. Ding. You've acquired the Hell's Divine Protection skill. Due to the effects of your divine protection, you've evolved into the Abyssal Ghost Queen, superior unique species. All your stats have increased, the levels of several skills has increased, you learned the Abyssal Body. LV1, Shadow Manipulation. LV1, and Summon. LV1, Skills, you acquired the Undead Queen. LV1, Title Skill, Say What? This is more than I can take. I evolved and received a divine protection. From that old grandma. Wait, was she Hell? Hell. Hell, she sounds familiar. Wait, isn't that the goddess of the underworld from Norse mythology? Or was it Death? Or both? Well, that was it. So this world has gods, and I just met one leisurely. What kind of plot twist is this? This is not even a plot twist. It's just an ass pull. I never thought I had it in me, honestly. Maybe I am really fitting of being an egocentric protagonist, fufufu. I quickly checked my stats and found remarkable changes. Name. Maria Fuentes Bells, race. Abyssal Ghost Queen, level. 12 to 20, rank. D, status. Strengthened, cursed, HP, 160/160, MP, 860/860, plus 170, attack. 86, defense. 82, magic. 770, plus 82, agility. 160, plus 30, characteristic skills. Unique skill. Supreme magic, unique skill. Mana siphon, unique skill. System, unique skill. Goddess, sealed, undead. LV, dark element. LV, death element. LV, fiend language. LV3, shadow sneak. LV4, level up. Abyssal body. LV1, new. Resistance skills. Status effect immunity. LV, magic damage resistance. LV4, leave up. Darkness resistance. LV3, level up. Fear resistance. LV3, level up. Normal skills. Ghost touch. LV5, level up. Lesser curse. LV5, level up. Life drain. LV5, level up. Possession. LV4, level up. Dark sphere. LV6, level up. Fake life. LV4, level up. Stealth. LV5, level up. Dark gale. LV5, level up. Shadow manipulation. LV1, new. Summon. LV1, new. Title skills. The Dark Witch. LV, bringer of misfortune. LV3, level up. Undead Queen. LV1, new. Divine protections. Hell's divine protection, oh my, everything went up. Though my attack and defense still suck, my MP and magic are insane. And my agility has gotten pretty nice as well. Also, pretty much all skills leveled up. Now I wonder what these new skills do. Summon. LV1, grants the ability to summon your subordinates near you for battle. Each summon consumes a quantity of mana comparable to their strength. As long as a being is recognized as a subordinate, it can be summoned. Of course, the subordinate must also be willing to be summoned. The higher the level, the less mana cost compared to the summon's power. This one is convenient if I plan to build an army.